Everybody, congratulations to the Arsenal fans on the win. Absolutely massive. Brandon, historic night for your football club tonight. Never been done by any club before. You look well happy. There it is. There's a smile.
You came in like this. There's no smile, bro.
Yeah, no. Shocked, and pleasantly surprised is the two ways to describe that. I think if we start from the very beginning and the team lineup coming out, to see the same team lineup that faced Nottingham Forest, that faced West Ham, I was a little bit dejected in the beginning of that game, thinking, we're going to go into this game, it's going to be a tight game, away from home in a Champions League fixture against any team is difficult. And for Arteta to go in with the same team that have, let us down against Forest and West Ham, I was looking at the game thinking, this could be a poor night for us tonight. This could be one of them where, we just don't get it together, and But it wasn't. It was the total opposite, and I think everything fell into place for Arsenal tonight. And what I mean by that is we had 6 days to prepare for this game. I think the manager, the staff, the players all have to take huge credit for tonight, because although it was the same team lineup, as I said, that faced West Ham and Forest, you could clearly see that they've worked on that shape, that system, the fact that we have Mikel Merino up front. You could clearly see they've worked on that on the training ground, because tonight, the way that they moved the ball was exceptional. I thought Mikel Merino looked a lot more like he was more comfortable playing that number 9 position. He was picking up the right positions at the right times. I thought the midfield linked up really well. Declan Rice was exceptional. Odegaard was brilliant in that second half. And then, of course, Ethan Nwaneri as well. I could name player after player after player. So I think they have to take huge credit for that and for working on the training ground. What I would say as well is we was kind of helped out in a way by PSV, because there is a blueprint out there to beat Arsenal. There is a blueprint out there on how to play against Arsenal, and it isn't to open up and be expansive. It is to kind of defend deep and hit Arsenal on the counter-attack. Fair play to PSV. They decided, they're at home. They want to play their style of football. They don't want to, revert to doing that. They have their way of playing. But unfortunately for them, they just allowed us to have far too much space in every single minute of that game. I couldn't believe the amount of space that Odegaard had on that pitch. It was unreal. And when you give players like Odegaard, players like Declan Rice, etc., that amount of space, you're only going to really end up getting on the end of a beating, really. And that's exactly what happened tonight. But the players have to take huge credit, because, we went there from minute 1. We had, a different energy. I thought the press was exceptional. I thought the way we pushed PSV back, and we pushed high up the pitch, also stopped them from having a bit of flow towards in their game and get their passing rhythm going. So that really helped us as well. Like I say, in the first half, I thought Odegaard was okay. I don't think he was great in the first half, because, like I say, he had all that space, and there was a lot of times where, he'd kind of lose the ball. Second half, much better. Much better. Some of the passes he picked out was exceptional. Nwaneri, what can you say about this 17-year-old kid? He's the youngest.
Are you going to thank the manager yet, or are you going to just mention players? Are you going to just thank the manager for the plan, or you can just mention players?
Hey, listen, like I say, the manager takes huge credit as well.
Okay, finally, bro. Finally, he said it, bro. Finally, bro. The monologue like this, bro.
The players are the ones that have to carry it out, mate. And a lot of the time,
so Arsenal in Europe, and this isn't just under.
Yeah, I mean, just wait.
This isn't just under Mikel Arteta, right? This is Arsene Wenger as well. We have a tendency in Europe, especially away from home, of kind of going into games not with the right mentality and kind of folding before the game even sort of kicks off. I didn't see that from them players tonight. I saw players that took responsibility, that, you know, wanted to prove something, wanted to show us that it's not over yet. Okay, we might be 13 points behind Liverpool in the Premier League, and it looks very difficult and probably more than highly unlikely that we don't win the league. And the Champions League is our only opportunity of winning silverware now. And like I say, a lot of people, including myself, Arsenal fans, rival fans, whoever you may be, a lot of people looked at this game as a difficult game for Arsenal. People say it's only PSV, but they did just knock out Juve. You know, they have got a good record at home. So for us to go there tonight and score 7 goals is just unreal, really. And, you know, we're pretty much through to the next round. You know, we've got Madrid. The only criticism that I would say for tonight is defensively, we did allow them to have 1 or 2 decent opportunities in front of goal. Now, like I said, we're pretty much through to the next round.
Yeah.
And regardless of which Madrid team we face in the next round, if we allow them to have them sort of opportunities that we gave PSV tonight, they will punish us. So we do need to brush up on that a little bit more.
I understand that. I think the reason, though, that they had those chances is the same. It's twofold. They created chances because they overloaded, but that's why they also allowed Odegaard and co to have the space. If they'd have sat back and gave you no space, they wouldn't have conceded. You wouldn't have conceded any chances. So most teams that attack will create chances in a game, but I actually think Arsenal do better against teams that attack them. I think you might have a better chance. Well, actually, Ati attack quite a lot these days. Ati are not sitting back like everybody talks about that tonight. They dominated and went forward. I actually think you've got more of a chance against teams that open up against you than a team sitting back and being very, very defensive.
Can I just say as well, with the manager, another thing I want to big him up for, because he has a tendency, again, sometimes of maybe not making the moves in the right at the right times. But you know, the whole thing happens with Lewis Skelly. He's very lucky, by the way, not to get a second yellow card. Very, very lucky. And the manager made the right decision, bringing him off straight away. I think that's a good decision to make. He's still a young kid. He's still learning. And, you know, the last thing you want to do when you're 3-1 up at that, or 3-0 up at that point, is to get a player sent off and then all of a sudden the tire's back in the balance again. So, you know, again, credit to Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, he certainly did there. Yeah, Brand, I know you got to shoot, mate, because you got work. That's why I jumped to you first, mate. Top man, and we'll speak to you again soon, brother. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Guys.
Later.
Saad, from your point of view, mate, beyond your wildest dreams tonight, talk to me about how you're feeling after the most historic win in your club's, maybe the most historic win in your club's Champions League football history.
Listen, man, I'm gassed, bro. I'm gassed. I can't lie. This is a performance that I needed to see. I needed to see this performance, and I'm so glad that the boys actually went out there and performed, because I came into this game thinking, I think it's going to be a draw. You know what I mean? 0-0. Hopefully our defense will do the job. I can't see where a goal is going to come from. For these men to score 7 goals, and man are just working it on the pitch, bro. I'm talking about they're just running circles around these guys. And PSV is not a bad team. The reason why they had those chances, I don't think it was us giving them those chances. I think that's PSV just being a good team and being able to get those chances themselves. That's what happened. PSV were able to make those chances themselves. It wasn't us just giving them the chances. But this is the thing. We were able to play with the right mentality. We had urgency in the team. They were willing to go forward, take risks. I'm seeing man taking shots from outside the box. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. Like, yes, we sometimes we can walk the ball into the back of the net if we're having one of those type of games. But bro, I just want you guys to take risks, take shots from outside the box, take these odd shots, have just confidence in yourself and your finish. And that's exactly what we had today. Martin Odegaard, I think in the first half he was a bit shaky with the passes. He was misplacing a few passes, but second half, Oh my God, man. From all the criticism that he's been getting, bro, and I've been backing this guy. I swear, people telling me that we need to sell Martin Odegaard. People telling me we need to strip him of the captaincy, this and that. And I'm like, bro, you guys are overreacting. He's having a bad season, but let's just relax because Odegaard can turn it on at one point, bro. All it takes is for one moment, something to snap in his head. He turns it on, and this is what you get. This is what you get. The Martin Odegaard that we all know, the Martin Odegaard that we all love, bro, that can control games, that can change a game for you. And when it comes to Declan Rice, because I know Martin Odegaard got on the man of the match from UEFA, but I thought Declan Rice was my man of the match, man. Declan Rice was all over the place in this game, man. He was defending well. He was pressing from the front.
Yes.
That what you were talking about, the overlapping. If you see how many times Declan Rice has gone onto that left side and being able to put cross. Listen, this is all I asked for my team. I could not be more happier.
That's how you know, that's how you know you've had a really good night. When there's 2 or 3 players that could have got the man of the match. When Neri, I think, if he'd have got it for how young he is, you wouldn't say that's crazy.
Yeah.
You obviously mentioned Declan Rice. I thought he was immense this evening.
Yeah.
Odegaard with his best display of the season, scoring a brace, the goal he set up at the end. I even think when you look at like your centre-backs tonight as an example, there were times where they had some really important one-on-one defending. They stood up and they made themselves counted. So it's just one of those nights where it was barring Partey's penalty he gave away and Lewis Skelly could have got the second yellow. Barring that, it was almost a flawless night by Arsenal on all counts, really.
I think you also have to look at Mikel Arteta. Like, listen, big plaudits to Mikel Arteta, the gaffer, man, because listen, he's held a lot of criticism from myself as well. Yeah, I've been one of the guys criticizing him as well. But you have to give him his plaudits today because I think the game plan worked perfectly. He went out there, told these players what we needed to do. Obviously, I know Josh Kroenke was in the training ground, so I don't know. They might have been putting a bit more pressure on the players and saying, "Listen, guys, clearly we're out." Obviously, they're not going to come out publicly and say we're out of the title race. They're still going to say, "Oh, we're pushing on, lads. We're pushing on." That's all PR stuff. They're going to have to say that, but in the back room, behind the scenes, I reckon they told them, listen, let's give this Champions League a good go. Let's see how far we can get in this competition because we got Saka coming back. We got Martinelli coming back after the international break when we then go to play either Real Madrid or Atleti. So let's get through this game and then we could see what we can do in this competition. Because, listen, I think that performance today was absolutely flawless. I think the manager had a masterclass. Taking off Miles Lewis-Skelly was a very good decision. I think a lot of times Mikel Arteta hasn't done that this season, where he's seen a player look a bit shaky, their head's kind of gone. He doesn't take them off. This time, he said straight away, as soon as he saw that second challenge where the referee let him off, he was like, right, guys, Calafiori, go and warm up. We're going to get you on. And I like that. Straight away, you have to take him off. But I know people are saying it's only PSV. I'm getting all excited and that. But listen, man, I haven't seen my team score goals like this, bro, for a minute, bro. You know what I mean? I'm starving. And I've finally been fed, man. So big up.
No club in the history of the Champions League has ever seen what's happened tonight. Anyone saying that you can't be gassed about this result tonight is just a hater. No club has ever done what Arsenal did tonight. Simple as that. So in isolation for tonight, no one can say shit. And if they are, it's not real, criticism. It's pure jealousy and frustration that you've done it. It's as simple as that.